Hello, guys. I'm Pastor Milad with Pastor Way. We are going to talk about a subject that LifeWave has made known to us within a week or two ago. And I believe that it's very important to know what's happening. LifeWave is growing tremendously. And with the videos with this Star Trek guy, William Shatner, and they're making another video with them, and a lot of things that are happening with the awards that are being won through LifeWave. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of noticing about LifeWave. So people are going into LifeWave.com and just buying products, becoming distributors, becoming brand partners, being preferred customers, preferred customer plus, and LifeWave figure out a way to put those members into our network. But there are some requirements, and today we're going to talk about those requirements. So if this is the first time you see this video and the type of training that we do, please give us a thumbs up and a follow, comment, share, whatever you do so it can help our channel grow. So with that in mind, I'm going to share my screen so we can get started. All right. So what is this called? It's called a global account assignment. And through the assignment that LifeWave is going to do with into our business, this is like free customers that are coming our way. And but there's a requirement to know and we also need to know how all this works. So today we're going to talk about that, and at the end of it, if there are questions, please jot them down, put them on the chat or in the comment, and we'll be right back to give you those answers. So the new global unaffiliated, that's what it's called, unaffiliated account assignment process supports customers and brand partners all around the world. So you might have clients maybe that live in the close proximity to you, those that have the same language, there are requirements. Okay, so those requirements, we'll talk about them and make it known to us so that it, we can be a part of that. Now, why does this process matter? It matters because LifeWay wants to give the global, it's growing globally, but they want to bring those particular customers and brand partners with somebody because we are a direct marketing business. We're a one-to-one business, right? So the new process helps provide every eligible unaffiliated customers and brand partners with a strong supportive experience. So by LifeWave giving them to us, to the teams, to the networks, to the groups, to the people that are growing, then you have that melting together, right? And that is what makes our industry so special, right? It's that we are doing this together. We are servicing people together. We are helping them to make orders because yes, they can call the 800 number, and you can make them wait for 30 minutes or whatever, when it's really busy, it takes a long time. But if you service them, they get the answer right away and they get the support that they need. Sometimes they just need to know, hey, I open my IceWave sleeve and there is only the white patches. They don't know that within that little flap, there's two of them, right? So things like that sometimes is just as easy. They haven't received their products yet. So we go on the call and call corporate and get that information out to them. Very simple things that we can do, but it goes a long way of servicing your customers. So what is this, right? Like you may or may not heard about this unaffiliated account. And it's kind of like a weird name, like unaffiliated. Like what is going on with you? Why are you not affiliated, right? Well, unaffiliated customer or brand partner is someone who enrolls into LifeWave without selecting a sponsor, right? They just come in from the internet, from the World Wide Web. They're coming in and they're signing themselves up, and they don't know that it's a direct marketing business. They just are coming in, and they're coming in by thousands every day. So eligible unaffiliated accounts can now be connected with a qualified brand partner. That is you and I. Okay. So what LifeWave wants to do is wants to help us so that we can then service them, and their BV and PV and all of that is just as anybody else. It's not minimized, it's just the same thing that we're receiving from our own brand partners and our own customers. So personal relationship is still the preferred way that LifeWave want us to run the business, right? Customers and brand partners are still encouraged to enroll with a sponsor of their choice. And the new process applies only to eligible individuals who enroll without selecting a sponsor. So those people, you may say, well, I have a sponsor that went in there and signed themselves up without me. Well, you have to call LifeWave in order to get that sponsor, or that person that you was supposed to bring in, they didn't bring in correctly. That's why it's so important to go into your back office each and every day. Whenever you sign somebody up, right away, see where they are in your binary tree. See where they are in your back office. If you don't do that, you're not running your business. It's like placing an order and not making sure that it's going to ever come. The other day, I was in one Amazon and looking to see where my order went. And if, and for some reason, that order didn't come, didn't get connected. And of course, I was able to get my money back right away. That's because we care about what we order, right? So we should care about our customers when you're signing somebody up or not. But this is all about unaffiliated customers. So maybe we'll make a video about the other stuff later. But this is people that are coming in through lifewave.com's website and not necessarily your replicator website, right? So how do the assignment process works? And so today we're going to talk about how this works and how it can affect your business in a positive way, okay? So eligible unaffiliated accounts are matched with a qualified brand partner using a consistent global criteria. And this is a criteria. They have to be geographically in the same location, right? They have to speak the same language, and the sponsor has to have a certain qualifications. And we'll talk about those qualifications in the few slides. So what LifeWave wants to do, they just don't want to leave somebody out in the Neverland, right? They want to bring somebody together because they know that when you are together, when you have somebody that you can touch base with, the buying process is so much better. My son and I, also the musician, we have an account with a company called Sweetwater, and one of the salespeople that used to contact us moved on, or he went to another company or whatever. So we were like, wait a minute, now we don't have a representative. And so I was like, I don't know if I want to buy from them anymore. I don't know anybody there that we can talk to. It just so happened that within a few days, or maybe about a week after he left, a new representative called us, made himself known by email first, and then say, hey, so and so left the company. I'm here to service you now. We're like, wow, that's awesome. So that's exactly what LifeWave wants us to do. Wants us to be servicing them, not because LifeWave is lazy, not because they don't want to help them, is because when you have that one-on-one committed servicing, it is so much better. Because you feel like they really care. When there's a promotion, you can be like, yes, that person is you're eligible for this promotion. I don't want you to lose this sale, or we have new products coming in, and whatever it is, however you want to service your customer. That is really good business, and that's what separates you from anybody else, right? And so you want to be different, you want to be better, you want to service your customers with the utmost respect and time and ability that you have. So the purpose behind this process is this. Do you want to connect unaffiliated accounts with qualified leaders? LifeWay also wants to create a consistent experience across all the markets in the world. And they want to support continued global growth. As we're growing, the company knows that the best person that can touch base with that particular new client or brand partner is the one affiliated or next to them, right? It also strengthens the direct selling model because you're talking to your clients, you conversing with them, you letting them know what is happening, how excited you are, and how excited it is to be in this company. They might even be surprised and be like, wait a minute, I didn't know I was going to get this type of support. That is awesome, right? And they get excited about it. And that excitement goes a long way. So, how do qualified sponsors are selected? So this is really good for us to know. There's a current activity status that needs to happen. We also have to be have the most paid as rank. So that paid as rank is important, right? And we all know what a paid as rank is. Um, and if you don't, at the questions at the end of this, I'll be able to answer them to you. We have had to have a recent personal sponsorship activity. Again, close in the vicinity of geographic and also the language. So this specific accounts assignments cannot be requested. So in other words, you can't say, oh, I want this customers to come my way. LifeWave does it kind of like in the lottery, kind of like whoever is eligible first to receive those clients, LifeWave is going to give them to you. Okay. And it doesn't cost you anything, which is really cool too. But here's what you need to know to qualify to get customers. All right. So qualifying for customer assignments, you must be a brand partner who is active, meaning you have to have, whether you're a manager, whether you're just a regular brand partner, 55 BV, or 75, 100, or 200 BV as you go higher in ranks. Personally sponsor at least one customer within the previous 2 months. Understand that. And if you're building a business, if you have other people in your family that you're building the business with, it's always good to have at least one customer or be brand partner that you're sponsoring it every 2 months. Okay, so it's really important to do that. Why? Because this will open your eligibility to receive those clients into yourself. You also need to meet geographic and language requirements. Now, the most recent paid as rank must be this. These are all the ranks from here on up, from a 2-star director, 3-star director, 1-star executive, 2 and 3-star executives get to have those. Notice there's no presidentials there. And notice that there's no 1-star director and down, right? So these are the ranks that meet. If you're in that rank, you will meet that criteria. If you are active, if you've personally sponsored a person and you're within that geographic area, you are eligible to receive those customers and those brand partners. So this is really, really important. And again, if you're tired of screenshotting, don't worry about it. We're going to give this presentation to you guys at the end of today's call in the chat. And also, if you can't receive chat, we'll also send it through WhatsApp. And if this video is post production, you can ask for it and we'll be glad to send it to you. Now, what do you need to do to receive a brand partner? Because the last one that we were talking about was for customers. These are for brand partners because brand partners are coming in as well. So again, it repeats the same criteria. You must be an active brand partner. You must personally sponsor at least one customer, whether customer or brand partner, at least one of them in the previous 2 months. So for every 2 months, make sure that you have a customer in there. And if you have 100 customers, they still need to have, and you have 3 months that you haven't sponsored anybody, make sure that you have that one customer. I hope I'm repeating myself, but I hope that you get it. And also that meet geographic and language requirements. Now, for a brand partner, you have to be a 2-star executive or a 3-star executive. Okay, those are the other higher ranks that you have to be to receive a partner. Now, for instance, for an example, we are a 1-star executive. Am I going to receive a brand partner? No, not until we are a paid rank. Now, what if I was a 2-star executive and dropped down to a 1-star executive? Am I going to receive a brand partner? No, because part of the paid as rank is that you need to be this particular rank in order to receive the brand partners. Hopefully that is clear to you. Again, if it's not, please ask the questions, put it in the chat, or ask us later when we finish this presentation. Now, an important qualification detail. Customers and brand partners received through this process do not count toward the recent sponsorship requirement. What that means is that if LifeWave, let's say in 2 months, you have a customer that you sponsor and LifeWave give you a customer, great, right? But if happens, you say, well, wait a minute, I have a customer that LifeWave gave to me, so I don't need to sponsor anybody. That doesn't count. You need to personally continue to do the work to get the requirement in order for you to qualify for it. So partners must continue to personally sponsor customers to remain qualified. And that is, again, just working your business. If you're not bringing a customer in, then you're really not sharing this technology with anybody. You're not helping anybody. We have diamonds in our hands, right? And I'm a jewelry designer. I know what a diamond is and how valuable it is. This is what this product is doing. People are praying for this technology. People are praying to find something to be a second stream of income from them. And if we keep our mouths shut, I know one of our brand partners that was on the call says, your business is shut when your mouth is shut. So open our mouth so that we can share this technology with others so that they can really benefit from a life-changing opportunity. Now, the qualifications does not guarantee an assignment. So meaning if you are a brand partner that's done all that work, you can't expect LifeWave to say, okay, here's the customer, here's the brand partner, here's the customer, here's the brand partner. You can't. LifeWave is going to do it at their own. You can't request it. You can't say, hey, man, I got 10 customers. I haven't gotten one customer from you yet. That is just not going to happen. That you're eligible and you will receive it. So meeting the qualification makes a brand partner eligible to participate. It does not guarantee that a brand partner will receive an unaffiliated account. So assignment depends on available accounts and matching criteria. If they are available in your area and you speak the language, great. Then they'll pick you, and whether it's alphabetical, whether it's lottery, whether it's whoever is there, you're going to receive them. So we kind of like what we have to do is we have to be ready at all times in season and out of season, right? We have to be ready so that we can receive this incredible gift that LifeWave is giving us. Now, consistent global experience. The new process will operate across all the networks around worldwide. So it's designed to provide a consistent support while considering geographic and language capabilities. Now, leaderships create opportunity. Now, as a leader that you guys are, we have to remain active. We have to maintain the highest eligible paid as rank. We have to continue to sponsor customers and brand partners. Be prepared to mentor, support, lead every person that is assigned to you. Now, strong leadership creates strong connections, meaning we must be in touch with these people. If it's not a daily, weekly, maybe monthly, but you have to be connected with your customers. The more that you're connected with them, and it doesn't mean that you have to pester them and call them every day, but just be there for them. Have your list, follow your clients and your customers, and be there. Invite them to things. For instance, we're going in about almost 2 weeks, we're going to have a health clinic, and we invite our clients, we invite our customers, and because if you have a client or a customer or a brand partner that knows you're having an event and you didn't invite them, they're going to be like, what am I, chopped liver? Why you didn't invite me? Why didn't you not think about me, right? I could have brought my aunt, uncle, whoever to this clinic, to participate on it. So make sure that you're leading by example. Now, prompting communication creates connection. So LifeWave assigns customers and brand partners to your organization to reach out, and they want us to reach out to them as soon as possible. That is important. Introduce yourself and welcome them into the LifeWave family. Explain how you are available to support them and help them in any way, shape, or form. Invite a brief conversation to understand their goals and what they have need of. You also provide your contact information and as you remain accessible to them. Now, what we created here on the next slide is some of the ideas that or wording that you can use. Again, this is just an example. You can use your own example, but I believe that this is really good that can get you started, right? You can say, hello, John, welcome to LifeWave. My name is Pastor Ed. LifeWave, the company, has assigned your account to me. I am so excited to to assist you with all of your journey of wellness. I am here to support you, to help with your questions and product needs. And you leave your phone number, email, however you want to be reached at. This is how you reach out to a customer, and you will receive those customers. Trust me, we've received them, and we are constantly communicating with them. But the quicker we communicate with them, the better it's going to be for you and for your client. Now, the next thing, example that I put here is when you are assigned a brand partner. You can see that little underline there, right? The other one was for customer, this for a brand partner. When you reach the 2 and 3-star executive, this is an example of what you can give to them. Say, hello, Mary, welcome to LifeWave. My name is Pastor Ed, and LifeWave has assigned your account to my organization. I'm so excited to connect with you and learn more about your goals. Now, remember, a brand partner is different than a customer. They have goals, they're business oriented, and so forth. And you can say, I'm here to help you assist training, understand your resources, and take your first step with confidence. When would be a good time to a brief call or a Zoom, right? Because you want to get in touch with these people so that they can get up and running. They don't feel like they're out there and left field, right? Doing nothing. This is a brand partner that wants to start a business, and it's so simple. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You just have to invite them to a call, you invite them to a clinic, invite them to conference, and this is how the business will grow. It's really cool, and I'm done with the presentation. I'm going to stop to share, and I just want to tell you just briefly how excited this program that LifeWave has given us, because we don't have to do a lot of work, especially as you're being assigned somebody as a customer. The work Most of the work is already done because they're already going to receive the products. It is now your work to be able to say, okay, did you get the products? Right? 'Cause that's the first thing. I get it all the time when my clients don't receive a product. I'm on there. I can see the shipping date. I can see that they have not received it within 3 to 4 days, and I'm on LifeWave. I personally call them. I don't say, go ahead and call LifeWave. They don't know their ID number. They don't know where they're calling. They don't know what to ask. So it's our job to call and be a service provider to them. And as you're providing them, then LifeWave gives us the BV. If it's a customer, they'll give us the profit margin on their sales. And it's exciting, right? So that's what it got me to, when I read the correspondence from LifeWave, I'm like, this has to be a presentation because it's so, easy. Sometimes you read this stuff and it's like, I don't know what that means, but once we put it together, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please give me a raised hand and we can talk about that. But meanwhile, I'm going to stop this recording, and I just want to thank you for getting on the call here with us. And I appreciate you to always come every week, every Wednesday and Thursdays. We meet together to talk about testimonials, to talk about great things that are happening with our business and how the products are changing people's lives one patch at a time. So God bless you all. Take care and goodbye.